Everyone. This is Luciana Turner bringing you this morning's edition of Morning's Tidbit. I hope you had an amazing weekend, a restorative weekend, because we have some work to do this week. We are in the third week of the first month of Q1 of the government fiscal year. And my question to you this morning is, how are you doing with your goals? This morning I'm speaking to new entrants, newbies, those who are just getting started in government contracting. Um, and I want to preface that because I speak to two different audiences. So I try to keep my language down the middle of the road. I try to typically speak to the business owner, the decision maker, because at all times, government contractors, those who are leading the company, the organizations, must stay abreast of the current legislations, changes in regulation, changes in the procedure. You must keep in mind the things that you need to have in place to streamline your contracting procedures. You must keep an eye towards your strategic plan, your strategic tracking. You must also keep in mind the goings on in the market. What is currently not trending, but what are the goods and services that the government is buying the most of? And even though you don't directly sell those services, do you offer a corollary service that can support those contracts? And oftentimes, we're so busy trying to go for the meat, we forget the potatoes. I'm gonna say that again. I'm actually changing directions this morning. I hope you're okay with that. And you're coming into the room. You know how we do. Say hello. And I greet everybody that leaves a message. If you're catching this by the replay, hashtag replay. But I'm changing directions a little bit, and I'm speaking to the decision maker, the person that's steering the course of the ship. You have to keep your eye towards what is going on in the business. Don't be so focused on the meat that you lose the potatoes. And I know this is a strange analogy, but just follow me, walk with me a little bit. We've all heard the meat and potato analogy. So it just came naturally to mind because it's something we can all relate to in some way, shape, or form. But sometimes, and I see it often, I've talked to people often when I attend these networking events. People are so focused on, well, I don't do this and don't do that. And my mind is saying, but you do this and you do that. And those services are beneficial to the contract. They're beneficial to the company that is servicing the contract. Why aren't you pitching that? Government contracting, there is such a focus or hyper focus on buying a template. I'm sorry, that's just a pet peeve of mine. Of buying a template or trying to find shortcuts until people aren't seeing what's in front of their face. People are missing the obvious because they're chasing something that won't move the needle at the end of the day. So if you don't offer a direct service, What indirect service do you offer? That is a question you should answer. That is a part of your strategic planning for the year. Think about it. Join me tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I was a little late this morning, and that's a contractor's error. And we'll delve into it a little bit more. So, with that, be strategic. Keep your eye on your strategic plan. And join me tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for another edition of Morning Tidbits. I'm Luciana Turner, your host, and I help government contractors create a strategic, compliant plan that will allow them to grow their government contracting company. Have an amazing day.